Okay. Um, I was gonna do like just ranking the 8 teams, but I think I'll just do that for the final four. And then I'll figure out what I want to do for the Super Bowl. But um, there's enough teams where it's like I could do a little ranking thing here. I mean, honestly, there's probably only one team. It's the same team that I've been putting up top for a while, but there's really only one team that I think probably is still Super Bowl bound. I, we'll see. Again, after this weekend, this is when the real games start. But I mean, I'm just gonna put them up there just because, Dallas fans are chirping. They're chirping. They're like, hey, we just won a game against an 8-9 team, and everyone thought we were a first round exit. So now we're gonna chirp. We're gonna chirp. We're the big boys now. And they're not even the best team in the NFC. They're not even the best team in the NFC East. Like they're the third best team from the NFC. And they're chirping. They're loud. But they're not making past the Niners. I don't believe that. I think the Niners are. Again, after everything I saw in Wild Card Weekend, I can't put the Bills up there. I can't put the Bengals up there. We'll see with the Chiefs. I'm gonna put them here for now. We'll see how they look. They haven't always looked amazing, spectacular, the best team ever during this season. So we'll see how they look. But I'm going to put them there. I think literally San Francisco is the only team that I feel confident about making the Super Bowl. Again, how do you stop that team when you have the last person in the draft literally took over the team, is still undefeated? So I can't put the Chiefs up there. They have it easy because they have the Jags. But I don't know, especially if the Jags put up a fight. I think either the Bills or the Bengals can beat them, and the Bengals they own the Chiefs right now. So I mean, I would do this. That would probably be my top three. Jags, yeah, we'll put you two down here. But, top three would probably be, Niners, Bengals, and then Chiefs. Just because the Bengals, I feel, probably have the best shot to come out of the AFC. Now, that's not a long range. There's not a big big distance between the Bengals and the Chiefs and the Bills. But the Bengals to me feel like they can do it. Like, again, they've proven themselves against the Chiefs. And we'll see how we finally get that matchup between them and the Bills next week. So or next week, this weekend. So we're gonna see how well the Bills can do. I talked about this in my predictions. This should be game of the week. It should have been Sunday night. But I think the Bengals are just gonna edge them out just barely. Probably win by 3. I don't expect like a 14-point differential. Bengals blow out the Bills or something like that. I don't expect that. But I expect, maybe mid-20s, high 20s for both teams, and it might be like 31-28 or something like that to end the game. I do expect points, but I don't expect, 50 points from each team. So, yeah, I think those are my top 3 teams right now. And then Eagles, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I think Eagles. You got the Giants. So, what I would do, I would probably. Well, the Jags. The Jags. I'll do that. But the Jags beat the Cowboys, and that was what, week 14, whatever. So just like end of November, early December, they beat the Cowboys. So I could. I could maybe put the Jags ahead of them. I'm not going to. But I don't like the. I don't like the Giants last. I don't, because they actually. It's Minnesota's defense, but they were never down by a bunch of points where the Jags had to come back, down 27. So I think I would have the Jags last. But again, I mean, the Cowboys lost to the Jags, so the Jags aren't just, some team that's like, oh my God, how'd they get here? Like they lost to Kansas City, yes, but they put up a fight against Kansas City. They beat the Cowboys, and I don't think they played any other team. I think they've only played 2 teams in the playoffs, and one of them's not even in their conference. So, do we have the Eagles over the Chiefs? Yeah, Chiefs have the better QB, better tight end, but the Eagles have a better run game. You have Jalen Hurts, who can be an X factor, but again, Mahomes is better at slinging the ball. But I like that Eagles. I think that Eagles defense is underrated, and people aren't talking about them. Obviously, again, they didn't play Wild Card Weekend, so it's kind of went under the radar. But I love their defense. I'm not putting either one over the Bengals. I think that's how I have it. Niners 1, Bengals 2, Eagles 3, Chiefs at 4, Bills at 5, Cowboys at 6, Giants 7, and then Jags at 8. I think that's how I do it. I keep I keep thinking about the Eagles and the Chiefs. I see, just as a whole, that defense goes to the Eagles, but offensively, I mean, the Chiefs don't have, like, A.J. Brown is like their primary number 1. The Chiefs don't really have that, like, per se have that. But they have a lot of, like, good enough wide receivers where it's like they're still doing whatever they want on offense. So, whereas, again, it's not mainly relied on A.J. Brown, but A.J. Brown is the, majority of the targets for the Eagles. So, I think I'm going to leave it. We're going to end the video. I'm going to leave it. It's very hard. The more I think about it and break it down bit by bit, it gets harder and harder for me to decide. Both teams, I'm totally okay with putting the Bengals at 2. I'm totally okay with that. I think, again, you don't, you have, Jamar Chase, primary, major number 1, I would say. You have good tight ends, good line. You have Joe Mixon in the backfield. And then again, you have a defense that's very good too. So I'm totally okay putting Bengals at 2. So I can't put the Chiefs or the Eagles ahead of them. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that. I think I'm fine with the Bills above the Cowboys. Yeah. I mean, the Bills have kind of slumped. They've kind of slumped a little bit. But that's what I'm going to do. So these are the final 8 teams. This is the final time you're going to see a, I guess a power rankings tier list type of thing. Next time, when we have 4, I'm going to actually, do, who's the best of the 4. We'll talk about them, set it up differently. And then, we'll have Super Bowl weekend, which, it's 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away, whatever it is. Where I'll, again, just break down the 2 teams, just talk about the season as a whole. So, we're coming to the end. Like, this is almost it. We're almost at the end of the season already, which feels so weird to say, because it feels like the season just started, like, 2 months ago. But it goes fast. This season goes really fast, and the off season just drags on. So, let me know. Do you have someone above the Niners? Do you have someone else that you think I should have put in Super Bowl bound? Is are the Cowboys gonna win? Let me know down below. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.